It's the show. How
I was getting.
I listen to
A lot of people mean
It's Kid Craddock in the morning.
That I could have been arrested last night.
What'd you do, man? You breaking into houses again?
No, I wasn't breaking into houses, Al.
Good.
I took my kids out trick-or-treating like a good daddy should.
All right.
Because I wanted candy.
Exactly.
Because you
That
can't
Chloe
really
is
eat
not exactly teething yet.
The best part about having kids when they're this little is that they can't eat all that candy, so daddy gets it.
Okay.
So we went out as a family with a group of our friends, and it's me and Kinsey. Kinsey's pushing the stroller with Chloe in it, and I'm keeping an eye on Case, and we're playing the man-on-man defense.
Are y'all
I
in
got
costume or just the kids?
Just the kids are in costume. We did not get into costume.
And they are Mickey.
What happened to all those plans you had for Gorilla and Bruno Mars?
They die when you have kids. So we're having a good time. We're probably we started trick-or-treating right as the sun was going down, which is a good time because it's still light outside and you could see the kids as because they try to run on the street and stuff. Cars could see them easier.
Are you in your neighborhood or are you going to
We're in our neighborhood, yeah.
Okay.
We stayed in our area.
You didn't go to rich white people neighborhood?
No.
All right.
We stayed in the middle-class people area.
You should have gone over to Kelly's neighborhood, dude.
I know.
Candy. Like,
We're on the other side of the street. I'm not allowed to cross. So we're trick-or-treating, and the sun finally goes down. And it gets dark, but we're having a good time. Kaysen's actually still running around, and he's sprinting up and down the street because he's Mickey Mouse, and he's showing off. And that's when all the older kids start coming out. The kids with mustaches.
you mean the kids you're so jealous of?
Yeah. How did you have a mustache when you're like 14 or 15 years old, and I'm a grown man, and it takes me 6 months to grow something?
It's okay.
So I'm already mad.
Yeah, you're already riled up.
I'm already riled up that you have the audacity to show off your mustache at 15 years old in front of me and my son.
all right.
So we're Kaysen's. I try to keep him on the grass because it's safer, and he falls every now and every now and then.
Yeah.
So he's on the grass, and he's about 5 feet in front of me. Kinsey's about 10 feet behind me with Chloe, and all his little friends are everywhere. And out of nowhere come these 3 kids, just like they're Usain Bolt, just sprinting. And this guy had one of those big pillowcases,
Full of candy.
And it's full of candy, and it's swinging. And as he's running by Kaysen, pow!
He hits Kaysen?
In the back of the head. He toppled little man over hard.
Unintentionally running hit him or hit him on purpose?
There's little kids around. You should be a little more careful, in my opinion, when you're the older kid. It's not like it was
right, but not hit him on the back of the head on purpose.
He didn't hit him in the back of the head on purpose, but he should have known better.
Did Kaysen do the immediate cry or the cry on delay?
He did the sat up right away, what just hit
happened?
me.
Yeah.
Then he got the little pump crump face with a little frown.
Yeah.
And then he said, "Papa." That did it right there.
Uh-oh.
My little man. And then he started crying.
It's time for you to kick some 14-year-old
Because he knew
butt.
something happened. And I was like, Papa got called.
Yeah.
And I looked back at Kinsey, who's just
mortified.
She froze up. And I was like, Kinsey, you get that stroller here and you stand next to my little man. And I took off running after this kid.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
14-year-old butt.
I'm going to be a grown-up, and I'm going to tell this kid, hey, you don't do that, boy.
So that was what was going through your head?
That'll
I
learn.
didn't know
He kind of
exactly.
trailed off there. You don't do that.
Yeah.
Boy.
I didn't know exactly what I was going to say, but I was going to say something.
I'm not really sure exactly how old he was at this point.
Now,
No.
these 3 kids weren't the same 3 kids that stole your money about 2 years
Oh,
ago.
in my head they were, Al. So,
That would make sense, though, because they were like 11 then and they're 14
Okay,
now.
yeah, you guys are hilarious.
They
And then
stole your
still, I
wallet, yeah.
donated the pennies to these
Okay.
kids. And this kid was a little bit shorter than I am, but he was about my height, so I knew he was a little older kid.
So you could take him.
I don't know, Al. I don't know at this point. All I saw is that a couple of them had mustaches.
So you caught up to him.
So I start running, and I catch up to him rather quickly somehow, because they started slowing down.
Because you're so
No,
fast.
they started slowing down a little bit. But as I caught up to this guy, I tried to get his attention by grabbing, just
his mustache.
I was going to grab the back of his shirt.
All right.
And he was wearing like this weird cape and a mask.
Yeah.
And as I grabbed the back of his shirt, I stopped and I put all my weight back, and he did not stop. He kept going. So it turned into a nice. His feet went up in the air, and I held onto his shirt, and I just let go, and he slams down to the ground.
Body slammed a kid.
And I, at this point, am frightened.
Because his dad is probably watching him from somewhere.
I have no idea who's with this guy. I don't know if Big Brothers. I don't know if there's other kids. I'm like, oh. And I did it in front of a lot of people. And so I just drop him, and he falls down, and he curls up. And I'm just sitting there, and I freeze up now. I'm like, oh.
Maybe
Man.
you overreacted?
Man, I shouldn't have done that.
Hey,
I
your daddy
shouldn't have-
bear, your papa bear
I
instinct
should
kicked in.
not have body slammed this teenage kid who just smacked the crap out of my son in the back of the head with some candy.
So what'd you do?
So he sits up, and then he goes, Dad.
Oh, he called for Dad.
Oh, man. I'm like, oh.
And you know if 14-year-old has a mustache, you know what Daddy Bear's looking
Exactly.
like.
I'm just waiting for Papa, like big Papa Grizzly Bear, because I'm Papa Bear, he's Papa Grizzly Bear to show up. And his two friends are just sitting there with eyes wide, like, I can't believe this grown man just slammed my friend. I'm thinking, I'm going to jail.
Yeah, sure.
I'm about to go to prison.
Chris Brown, come on.
I'm going to need to figure out how to not drop the soap. So I'm standing there, I was like, hey, man, my bad.
That's it? That's it? My bad?
That kid will never hit another kid with a pillowcase full of
That
candy.
is it?
And the dude just walked away.
I said, my bad.
My bad.
And I just walked away. I didn't want to wait. I jogged away.
Well, you didn't tell him this is for what you did to my son?
Oh,
Nothing?
he knew. He knew.
How does that feel, punk?
No,
Nothing?
If you're gonna, I mean, you've
I
already
slammed a teenager
at
on
that
the ground.
point. You've
My
already
bad?
at that point you've already body slammed him.
He
So
knows.
you might as well give him a good stern look.
I gave him a watch where you're going.
No, what you should do, he's already on the ground. Put your foot on his chest and say, dude, you just knocked
Ow,
over my
he's
son.
a teenager.
Okay, he's already on the ground. You already knocked him down.
I just
dog.
wanted to tell him in face to face, watch where you're going. I
You
didn't
could
mean
have
to
given
body
him a
slam
lecture that saved him from a life of crime.
Yeah, scare him
blew it.
straight.
Just
That
tell
gave him
watch where
lecture.
you're going. My bad.
My bad.
Oh, boy.
Watch where you're going.
My bad.
Subscribe now for more videos from Kid Craddock in the Morning. And check us out at kidnation.com. It's Kid Craddock in the Morning.